All right, folks. I'm hearing that we're ready again, so let's get back to our interview with the Retro Runner.
Hello, everyone, at SGDQ 2022. My name is Adef, and we are joined by the Retro Runner, who will be showing off Ninja Gaiden any percent right after this interview. And I'm so excited to be talking to you, Retro Runner. Retro is actually the world record holder for any percent. So this is a very special showcase coming up, so you're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about your time on the NES. So, you've speedrun some of my favorite NES games. You've speedrun lots of NES games. It's in the name, Retro Runner.
It says the thing that I do.
It says the thing that you do right there. But from Little Nemo to Bucky O'Hare, I love these games. What drew you to Ninja Gaiden specifically?
I messed around with a lot of games at first and just kind of like trying to find games that captured my attention as a kid.
Sure.
And see how they work in terms of a speed application. But Ninja Gaiden is really the first game that I started putting a lot of time into. Mm-hmm. And it's just, I think any game can do this, the right game with the right person, the right runner. But Ninja Gaiden is really the game that drew me in and just kept on grabbing me for one more PB, one more personal best, one more personal best. I'm under 12:30, and then before you know it, well, we're close to a sub 12. Let's grab the sub 12. And okay, a few more seconds, we can get a top 10 time.
Right.
It just kept on going, and it never ended until, I'm neighboring with enormous runners, Ohan, Beko, Arcus.
Right.
So last year in September, we managed to break the barrier, and we've improved it, I think, 5 times since then.
It's amazing. And yet you mentioned, this game, Ninja Gaiden, has so much deep history. From all the years that it's been run, many runners have exchanged the world record, and many runners especially have contested for the world record. You mentioned Ohan, Beko, Arcus, but you actually claimed the world record last year. How did that feel? What was that emotion like after all this time? And not only that, but pushing to the 11:34 eventually. These barriers being broken, how did that feel?
The first, they've all been amazing. Let me just say that. But,
of course.
But the very first, the first time we broke 11:37 was enormous. Just the energy and support that came from not only people who enjoyed Ninja Gaiden, but the entire NES retro community. It was really overwhelming. It was a great moment for a lot of people. I'll always remember that. And as speedrunners, the best you can hope is to be a little node, on
the graph.
A graph.
Yeah.
It's surreal and amazing for me to say that. I can say that I'm a part of that game's history, no matter what. I owe a lot to not only the game, but the community and so many other runners who've helped cultivate tech and all kinds of things.
Of course. When we're talking about Ninja Gaiden 1 world records, we're often talking about frames. The difference between, breaking that next second barrier or breaking, whether it be Arcus's time or what have you, it's often frames. So it's a hotly contested game. Now, shifting gear just a little bit, Ninja Gaiden has, in my opinion, it's my favorite NES game. In my opinion, it has a great soundtrack and amazing stages across the board. What is your favorite stage? Both maybe for casually and for speedrunning, if you can separate those two.
Okay, yeah, that's a really good question. Let's see. I think casually, Act 4 is really cool. It presents its challenges, but there are not too many really evil beginner traps, but enough to keep you invested and keep you guessing.
Right.
But in terms of a speed run, as difficult as it is, especially when you're on pace and the nerves are getting you, Act 6 is amazing. There's nothing like a good Act 6. And when you hit everything in Act 6, and especially this game is unique because a lot of other games, you establish a really fast pace, going into the final bosses. You pretty much, you got a good shot. You got it in the bag.
Right.
Ninja Gaiden has all the difficulty just backloaded right at the end. Right at the end. And after performing a near perfect run, you have to do these impossible things. And there's just nothing coming on the other side of that. It's it's what keeps me playing the game. I'm addicted to it.
Amazing. Well, the first step is admitting that you have a problem.
Yeah.
But hey, no problem. The world records just keep coming. We love to see it. So it was a hard fight, obviously, not just for the world record, but also for the 11:34. I mean, that was a huge second barrier for Ninja Gaiden, and holding the world record right now has to feel good. But I have to ask, what's next for Retro Runner? What is it? Ninja Gaiden? Are you furthering your Ninja Gaiden story, or is there something else on the docket?
Immediately, we have something called the Ninja Gaiden Racing League, NRL. So, like, a bunch of the best Ninja Gaiden runners are going to race each other in about a 2-week-long tournament.
Amazing.
But after that, I honestly would love to play something else. I've been playing this game almost 4 years straight. We're looking at Ninja Gaiden 2, but I'd also like to wet my fingers on something like Legend of Zelda, first Legend of Zelda. That's a great community, huge community.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm excited.
Excellent. Well, Retro Runner, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Everybody at SGDQ, you are not going to want to miss this Ninja Gaiden run that is coming up literally right after this interview. You can see Retro Runner, Ryu here. The game is amazing. It is a 12-minute speed run you do not want to miss. I promise. Stay tuned.
Folks, I'm so excited for this run. You have no idea. But in the meantime, we have $10 from Luna Mana saying, as promised, here's the other $10. All right, folks, we have $10 from Tap Runner. We need the security breach run. That incentive stands at $11,710.64. Keep those donations coming. I've also gotten word that we are ready for the next run. So everybody, please give it up for Ninja Gaiden by the Retro Runner.
Do it up.
We on? We on?
Yep.
This thing work? Yeah? All right. Yo, what's up, GDQ and gamers of the world? I'm the Retro Runner Speedrun Retro Video Games. Let's hear for the first live GDQ in over 2 years.
Yeah. Ninja Gaiden is back, baby.
We back, baby.
Harder than ever.
I'm going to introduce my completely overpowered couch today. We got my dear friend who's been with me from the very beginning of my streaming journey and game shredder himself, 8-Bit Steve.
Hello, everyone.
We got Slackinator, who's the first person ever to complete this game truly damageless, which is something that a lot of people said was impossible. And last but certainly not least, we have GDQ Complete Veteran and Ninja Gaiden OG Aquas, everybody.
Hello.
I'm going to talk about a couple things before we get started on the run. The first thing is kind of the elephant in the room is like, what's this? Like, that's kind of sus. I call this a mash board. It helps with the final 2 bosses. I'm not the only runner who uses one. It's totally a thing. But basically, it helps us with a mechanic that we call slash canceling or sword canceling, the inputs of which are to press A, which is the jump button, and then to mash the down and B inputs. This cancels out the otherwise rather long slash animations of Ryu and skyrockets our DPS against the final 2 bosses. The other thing I'm going to talk about is something called the global timer, which has been the bane of my existence, grinding world record in this game. But basically, it's a counter that counts from 0 to 255 frames as soon as you power the game onto the very last hit of the very last boss. It counts from 0 to 255, back to 0, back to 255, so on and so forth. This is how the game kind of decides what it's going to do as certain enemies spawn and certain bosses spawn. Particularly, though, when we're talking about enemies that we affectionately call Hammer Bros that toss projectiles at us in an arc pattern and have the ability to completely ruin our lives. So what we're going to do is we're going to reset the game, and then we're going to mash the start button in order to affect a very low global timer, and this should help tame out some of those Hammer Bros and affect certain other things in the game. But without further ado, we're going to incant the magic words, Rossetti Spaghetti. 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right, we in there.
All right. We call those first 3 enemies the 3 Stooges, and they did let us pass without incident. Very nice of them. We're going to take top route there because it's just a hair faster than going through the bottom. And in a moment, we're going to collect the most overpowered sub-weapon in the entire game, Spin Slash. It's so overpowered that most of the route revolves around acquiring Spin Slash and taking it to the end stage bosses with enough ammo or ninpo to use. It deals 1 damage per frame. They cannot even handle it. It looks pretty ridiculous. Should look something like this. And I believe a lot of you out there are probably familiar with the term bzzzt. Just so happens that that turns out to be a good one. To quote a friend of mine, that's a good bzzzt.
Shows Darkus, of course, and yeah, we'll be coming up on the next big mechanic of the game. Well, one of the big mechanics is wall climbs. Anyway, it's instead of climbing the ladder normally, you can wiggle left and right and jump up the ladder. Very technical skill, and Retro Runner is very good at it. So we're going to see some awesome ones here. And yeah, he just got up there lightning fast, and then he's going to clip into this little platform here, jump up through there.
Yeah, we call that one the Giddy Up. Another shout out to Arcus. I like to call this room coming up the Bounce House. That was a pretty good one. It's actually super difficult to fully optimize that room. You could cut it even closer than I did. We're going to trade out our Spin Slash for another sub-weapon called the Windmill Shuriken. It's probably more commonly referred to as the Swag Star. A lot of runners like to throw theirs there, whereas me, myself, I prefer to throw mine here. It's just way easier in my opinion.
Yep. Then he's going to grab this invincible fire wheel here. It's a tradition to grab it, and just helps you just take care of these enemies real quick. And he's going to ascend this pillar via some careful jumps, and he got it. That's one of the newer strats, and that saves a very small amount of time to... that's the kind of time he needs.
Yeah, like basically most of the newer improvements to this game are really tiny time saves, like 0.2, 0.3, 0.2, 0.3. But you add them up and it does matter.
I mean,
that's a pretty new one.
That's why we're back here with Ninja Gaiden, because Ninja Gaiden is faster now.
It is way faster.
So yeah, we're trying to let you guys know what's going on there.
Again, we take Spin Slash to our friend Bomberhead, who the instruction manual, I believe, bothers to mention is from the Bronx and what he represents. And he bites it to another good bzzzt.
They can't handle it.
No, they can't handle it. I told you that. I could verbally describe the route of the screen to you, but I'm actually going to sing it to you. We're going to get the timer, stop the time, get the star. We got the star. Throw the star now. Grab the art of fire, we kill the guy. Disarm the gun, we jump and slash in. Now we go bouncy, bouncy, bounce, 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 bounce. And that's how you do that.
Good screen, good screen. Yeah, so he's just, typical stuff, grabbing the necessary nimpo for the rest of the stage. And, so we saw the sword go right through that enemy. This is something that Ninja Gaiden does. It's a programming oversight, but we'll go too into it. Retro Runner's got a new safety for what he calls the buck clench cliff, somewhere where you can fall down. And he just did a standing slash there, and it's going to help the bird bring him through here, just like this. And no risk of falling down that pit. And
shout out to Bumbledon. Thanks for that strat.
That's pretty cool. That's new. It jumps straight into this. So this stage, you don't have the spin slash. And Retro Runner gets a good enough kill, probably.
Good enough kill?
Yeah. But it's a new kill. It's a new kind of kill.
I just invented it.
You got to time the up flames really quick on that boss and catch you off guard. So we got a troll hammer enemy coming up right up here. Cool. It does nothing. So yeah, that's good.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna attempt to use this next bat to boost off of to maintain top route. I'm also going to attempt to do the first long ladder of the game, quick climb style. Here we go. All right,
very good. And you get 2 additional wall climbs to meet that bird boost up onto the platform, then jump up. Saves like 0.2 seconds.
Yeah. Sabera donations.
I got donations for you. We got $50 from Armpoli. The payment has been received. Now it's time to shred. Excited to see the Retro Runner destroy this difficult game and donate to a great cause. We have $300 from Narthex. What a delight it is to see the Retro Runner absolutely shred Ninja Gaiden on SGDQ. I trust this donation will help you go bouncy bouncy. Good luck on the run, TRR. We also have $100 from Raspinall. Good luck, Retro Runner. We're all rooting for you. We have time for more?
Yeah, fire away.
Excellent. We have $50 from Quarren, who says, looking forward to see the Speedy Ninja running in the most retro way. We have $10 from Goose, saying, let's go Ninja Gaiden. We have $11.34 from Silverhawk7, saying, so happy to see one of my favorite streamers live at GDQ. Good luck with your run, and show them how to charge up the Bew.
I didn't even go over Bew.
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 There it was.
We have $25 from Lefloic. Anyone feel like having some delicious eggs Benedict? Like you, let's get doctors over any borders. Good luck, TRR.
All right, thanks so much. And in a stream, I would normally say something like, this is Shut Up Juice, which means the alerts are off and I'm digging in. Aqua's, take it away.
All right, so he's going to 5-1, pretty technical area of the game. And first off, he's going to start off with letting this enemy drop down carefully so that it falls on the platform lower so he can boost right up, gets it, saves like half second to a second. And then this screen will also be characterized by the double bird boost strat, where you're going to boost up a bird to get to another platform, and then it's going to help you again to ascend a pillar. And so that's coming up. It's always it's a pretty important trick, and you know, it's always cool to see. There it goes. So that's the first bit. And then that was cool. That was a cool improv there. I like that. So bird's kind of in a different spot sometimes, and yeah, it's like sometimes you might jump through the middle of the pillar or the left side, but I like that. Into 5-2, we'll see him watching his health here a little bit. Might need to grab some midway through the stage, but otherwise just grabbing the necessary Nimpo items to spin slash through the more difficult sections of the level, but it does have some tricks to it, this very yellowy mountain area. Nice. Got a little boost there that saves like a very small bit of time, and then gets some extra health. And drops down conveniently with the lemon drop strat. Just grab the wall, get over there, and then there's a bird boost that's really difficult to time as well. Just, you know, a lot of good stuff that you kind of need to hit all of that. Looking for some nice, cool wall climbs here. Can get a few of them in there. You gotta do those wall climbs perfect, otherwise they're not gonna save time if you fall down or in the air too long. And then there's a RNG hammer that pegged him on the side. And this is the SP boost. You just ride these green guys up through there. Very nice. And he continues on with the necessary ammo and health. And we're gonna just go straight into the final level here at this point. Nice act.
Yeah, not bad. Coming up, this is actually my favorite boss in the game. His name's Mouth. He looks totally cool, but complete pushover. Even without spin slash, you can just stand right in front of him and like mash the sword button, the B button. You'll out DPS him every time.
All right, so moving on to 6-1 here. Basically, it's going to be plowing through. Timing his slashes just a certain way to get rid of all these enemies cleanly, because sometimes sword does miss. It's kind of bad. And then he's going to throw a star here to take care of some of these extra enemies, including that Hammer Brothers enemy right on the ledge there, just to negate any possibility of getting hit by that and being set back. So very good. And early star also helping out.
All right, we got it.
Very
Shout out
nice.
to my friend Fongers, because that's the Fong star. I mean, good God. I know you have no idea what that means. Follow him. Find out. Follow him.
So very nice. Just more D boost there.
Second long ladder of the game coming up.
Yep, done optimally. That little ladder saves like, what, a second or something? Pretty good. But you don't want to overdo it with the wall climb practice. That's going to hurt your hand.
Everything in this game hurts your hands.
Yeah. And then nice boost. You just wait for the enemy and it helps you over. On a 6-3, there's a hammer brother right here. Sometimes he does something, sometimes doesn't. Didn't do nothing. So just go right through.
Can we sneak in one more quick donation?
Go for it.
Go for it.
All right, we have $100 from Teen is Brutal saying, so proud of you. Good luck on your run.
Love you, babe. All right, awesome. That is the newest piece of tech we have. We call it the spicy pickle because I call those green ninjas that fall from the sky pickle ninjas. And basically, that pickle ninja bridges the gap there a little bit. And then we have this, which is also fairly new. Shout out to our friend Beer Full of Belly, who had the genius idea to apply that low percent strat to any percent.
The crispy new strats. I love to see that. We all do. That was awesome. Okay, so yeah, come up. The final boss, this is where the advanced mashing in the cutting board comes into play. Let's go. Want to take him out.
There's a GDQ plate.
Plate kill. That's awesome. That is so hard to do. And yeah, similar sawing fashion on the demon. See how it goes with the shrimp going wherever they please. And an excellent kill. Very good, dude. Excellent boss fights there.
3, 2,
Excellent
1, and stop. Time.
11:44.
11:43.
That's awesome.
Insane.
That's the fastest GDQ Ninja Gaiden run ever by a long shot. Yeah, so that's Ninja Gaiden nowadays, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it.
That's
awesome.
Ninja Gaiden. Just a couple things. I need to shout out my amazing community, the Retro Shredders, whom without I definitely literally would not even be here. I'd also like to shout out my girlfriend Teen, who puts up with an enormous CRT in the living room and supports every little silly thing that I do. Shout outs to Arcus for sharing his community with us multiple times over and just being a really cool, friendly, supportive guy, even though we were both contesting the same record. And just one more thing. I just like this. I know it's video games, right? And like it's not that big of a deal. But if you apply what I've learned in my journey to things in your life, it is a big deal. Like a lot of people might say that your goals are frivolous or impossible, and if they matter to you, they're important enough to pursue, and just always keep that in mind. You got too much upward ground to cover in this life.
Well
and that's it. That's all I got.
Well said.
I'll see you on the flip of dip. Keep on shredding games. Thank you so much.
All right, everybody, let's get one more big round of applause for the Retro Runner. That was absolutely wild. 11:43.